All right, good morning. So I'm gonna give you a little rundown on how my morning has gone. I woke up very early, like before 5 o'clock early, laid around for a little bit and then just decided if I fall back asleep now, I'm gonna be groggy when I get up. So I just got up and I've been working on a project. My husband took my son to preschool. Right before that, I was online looking at winter stuff, you know, mittens, things like that. Sent him to school and one of the teachers asked, oh, does he have mittens today? I got him all packed for school and forgot to send mittens when I was even looking at buying extra mittens for winter. So it should have been on top of my mind, but it was not. So anyway, I am refocusing myself. That's good. I got a video posted. So today is Tuesday. If you guys have been watching for a while, I post videos every Tuesday at 11 o'clock or as close to 11 as I can. I've had a couple this last month that went not at 11. But my video is done. It's posted. I think it's a really good one. I enjoyed not only filming it, but editing it. And I hope you guys like it. It happens to be this one right here. If you haven't seen it, go on back and watch it. With that being said, I am starting The Organized Mom. So I did it on my Kindle. It's The Organized Mom, let's see, Transform Your Home in 30 Minutes a Day, and it is by Gemma Bray. She has a couple things in the first couple chapters that I just want to go over. One, she does categorize you into 4 different like cleaning character types, which I thought were pretty cute. And I thought I would just tell you guys about them because I'm sure like you guys, I'm sure, or like me, I should say, you are one of these. And let's go over them. So which cleaning type are you? She classifies 4 different ones. There's the weekender. And this is absolutely what my mom was growing up. And that's, I would definitely have put myself in that category for a really long time where I just do like a cleaning marathon. And that's where you take a whole Saturday or a whole Sunday and you just rip through the house, get it all clean, and then the rest of the week you don't do anything, so then you have to do it again the next week. When I was growing up, my mom, I would say, was definitely a weekender. I remember my dad outside doing yard work and stuff, and my mom would be, you know, going through the house, and she was a real detailed cleaner. So I just remember she put a lot of time into that. And then the rest of the week, she worked so much. She worked a lot. And so I think that was really the only way that it could be done in our household at the time. To be quite honest, because when she wasn't working, she was running us around places. So, and so was my dad. I tell you, those two worked so much growing up as a kid, but they still got us to soccer practices. They still got us, you know, to different things different activities we were in. And they also really encouraged us to do those activities. So, they were really busy. So they did it when they had the time, and the weekends happened to be that time. The ostrich. If you have buried your head in the sand for a bit too long and your home resembles, I don't understand this reference. Primark in the sales, don't worry. So I'm assuming that's like a department store or something that gets messy during maybe the holidays, like when there's big sales going on. That's what I'm assuming the reference means. First step, do not panic. Your home didn't get that way overnight, so it is unrealistic to think that you will get it back in its best shape in the weekend. Does that sound like someone else we've talked about on this channel? It sure does. I remember saying that repeatedly from the Fly Lady. I feel like there's going to be a lot of crossover between all of these cleaning methods. I don't think no matter if they have shared from each other or not, I just feel like it's inevitable. Cleaning is cleaning, right? So there's got to be a lot of crossover, but that is definitely a statement that reminded me a lot of Fly Lady. So with that, don't fall into the trap of jumping up and shouting, right, that's it. I'm going to declutter every single cupboard, cull every garbage, and shed the and shed the loft, and we're going to get organized today. I think we probably are all guilty of doing something like that at one point, whether we are the ostrich or not. But I do like that. You're maybe buried in clutter, in feeling disorganized. And I feel like everyone's level of clutter, like what they can handle, is very different. So it might look very different for everybody, even if they're the ostrich. Then there's the firefighter. If you belong to the firefighter, you are in such a heightened state of frazzled exhaustion that it's possible that not everything that I will say is going in. I have felt like that the last few weeks just because I've been focusing on other things. So I understand what she's saying. If you feel that you're constantly picking up after your kids or your partner, the dog, then you're probably just chasing your tail and not actually achieving anything. I'm going to need you to focus, sit down, and make yourself a cup of tea and read the following statement over and over until it has sunk in. I am getting nowhere cleaning like this. It feels as if I'm taking 2 steps forward and 1 step backward. I'm achieving nothing. I need to change my strategy before I burn out. Sound familiar to anybody? A little bit. Then there's the perfectionist. And I'm gonna let you guys take a minute to think of which one I probably already fall into in these 4 categories. And let me read you the perfectionist. These are people who've lost control of housework. So the perfectionist, housework has taken control of these people. Obsessive cleaning can take over people's lives. And I have spoken to many TOMMers. Now, she uses the acronym of TOMM, T-O-M-M, for the organized mom method. That's definitely TOMM. I've had successfully used this method. Putting a time limit on housework puts a full stop to the cleaning day and eliminates the guilt creeping in on you that you haven't done enough. This is also, I feel, very, very similar to Fly Lady and what I liked about Fly Lady and what I realized I needed in my life. I am hands down a perfectionist. I want things to be done perfectly, and I will say trying the Fly Lady baby steps, which you can see my series right over here, helped me see that it isn't everything and things will get done in time. And even though it's not where I want it to be now, it can get there, and doing the time limits is insanely helpful for those of us that cannot turn it off and start a project and just want to get it finished, because that can also be overwhelming and exhausting. And as I have talked about just recently with all the other projects I've been doing, I put myself so focused and so into what I'm working on that I kind of forget or have to let go of what I would do on all my other projects, so they all kind of get done halfway. So then my perfectionist goes back to those projects and realizes, oh my gosh, I'm so far behind because I just can't juggle it all at the same time. And that perfectionist in me needs to work on that one project to the fullest first. I don't think I'm alone in doing that, but that's definitely been what I've been witnessing lately. So the perfectionist using the timer is going to be really beneficial for them. So that's where we get her four things. As I've been reading, I haven't quite gone back to like how to implement this program into those. I think it maybe is just giving you like, hey, if this is where you're starting, that's okay. This program can work for you. Haven't actually seen yet like, oh, the perfectionist, try it this way. The weekender, try it this way. But I'm not through the whole book yet. So let's get to where we're starting. All right. So there's 2 places to start with the organized mom. One is if you have already, you're pretty organized, you don't have a ton of clutter, you can start the cleaning method and you can jump to that part. The other is maybe you have piles of clutter and things like that. And the basic analogy is you can't clean clutter. So you're just going to be like moving a pile, dusting underneath it, and putting that pile back. But really you have to take care of the pile before you can start the organized mom method. And this is where she says there's no timer. You're gonna put in a week, you're gonna put in 2 weeks, you're gonna put in the time to get rid of the piles and the clutter. And from that, after you're done with that, you're going to move on to the cleaning method, which is a daily method. So I'm going to pick a few rooms that I'm going to focus on for the declutter. And again, there's no time limit. You just go into that room and you get it completely decluttered so that it's then ready for you to do this week-long, like, overhaul deep clean. I'm not at that part yet. So I'm going to pick, and one of the best places she says to start is your wardrobe, which is perfect because it is fall in Minnesota, which means I need to officially get rid of my summer wardrobe, clear it out so I know what I have for fall, move back my fall, winter, and early spring wardrobe so that I know what I have on hand. And one of the things she mentions is if you haven't worn it in a year, get rid of it. If it doesn't fit, get rid of it. If it doesn't, if it's not your style anymore, get rid of it. And before you go into these locations and start getting rid of things, you gotta have a plan of how you're gonna get it out of the house. So is it going into a box to sell? Is it going into a box to donate? Is it going right in the trash? Pick where it is, have those boxes ready to go. And I don't think she actually had sell as an option. I am on a sell track because of the garage, but let me point out one of the things she said, which I think is very, very, very important, and let this all sink into me in particular. If you don't have a plan to get rid of it, so i.e. it goes into a box that you plan on selling later. In my case, a lot of that stuff that I had gotten rid of during, the prime of, our lockdowns, things like that, it all went into boxes and went into my garage. It has sat there for 2 years. I had a garage sale, a lot of it left, but some of it has stayed. So it's not actually leaving the house. Yes, it's in my garage, which I think is a kind of an offset of our house, but it's still here. It's still weighing me down. So when we were going into the closet, have a plan. Are you going to go and donate it to charity? Is it worth donating to charity, or should it just be going into the trash? So with that being said, I'm going to start in my closet. And it's funny, my husband, without any prompting or anything, I asked, what's on your plan for this week? And he's like, I got to go through my clothes and get rid of some stuff. Not even prompted from me. That was all on him. So he'll do, I never touch his stuff. He's good about, he even does his own laundry. So, that's where I'm gonna start, is in the closet today. And we're gonna see, now you can watch one of my closet clean out videos. This was a major clean out, again, during lockdown. I had not cleaned out my closet in a very long time, and I got rid of so much clothes that I'm at the point now that I can just go shelf by shelf and determine what we're gonna take down. One tip she did mention doing is to tie string around each of the hangers. And when you wear an item, you take the string off. So that way then when you go to clean out the garage, clean out the closet again, you're gonna see what items still have string because they're still gonna be on the hanger because you didn't wear them. You'll see that string, you'll know, hey, I didn't wear this. Is this really something I still need? And then it'll be even easier to get rid of clothing. All right, welcome to my closet. So for the closet clean out, I am focusing only on my side of the closet, which you'll see is also on my husband's side of the closet. He's so generous, he shares. But I won't be doing anything with my husband's clothes. That's all his. So you'll see, like, he has some ties, he's got shirts, and his side of our shelf here. Not touching his, he'll take care of it when he gets to it. Just my things is what we will be focusing on. And I have quite a bit, so I'm gonna show you guys where we're starting and where we are going to get at.
Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blind